Somebody want to tell me how a Marine or a person in the military can accept an order not to carry a weapon or ammunition in their rifle or in their sidearm and be over in a hostile environment where people every day are looking to kill you and still serve with the fortitude that it just amazes me how our leadership can expect a person in the military to be basically unarmed in a hostile environment because of a political situation. That's just preposterous. I would never, ever obey an order like that. I would quit before I would obey an order like that. I mean, after all, you're in the military to protect and defend your country and your fellow brothers. How are you supposed to do that unarmed? So right there, and then setting up all these rules. You can't shoot here. You can only shoot if you're fired upon. I mean, listen, if I was in the military, I would have a lot of problems right now. In fact, I am not sure how the United States keeps getting volunteers for the military when our leadership is so inept the way it is. It just amazes me. But getting back to President Obama and his appeasement of militant Islam, at some point this has just got to stop, or it's going to come to a tremendous head where people in this country are just going to get fed up with being the victims all the time, especially when it comes to our shores, and don't think it's not doesn't have the potential to come here. I personally think that we are going to see an October surprise. Don't know what it is yet. It could be a combination of attacks here, attacks overseas, but it's not going to be pretty. And it may be this administration's demise, or it may be this administration's plan to turn the tables in their favor and maybe declare martial law, put a halt to the elections. Who knows? Anything is possible. Anything is possible today. Don't rule anything out. They'll take advantage of a natural disaster or a man-made disaster and put it to their favor or put their spin on it. And that's both sides, both Democrats and Republicans. How the Republicans can allow an administration to conduct itself the way this administration has and to pass this many presidential executive orders that go against our Constitution, and to go along with it in many cases tells me that both sides are holding hands. And it scares me, because what is the end game? What does the future look like? Not just for me and my generation, but for my kids' generation and their kids. What kind of America are they going to be living in? What kind of country is this going to be? Is this just going to be another country that exists as part of a new world order? Is this just going to be a country that is not a superpower any longer, and its principles and values are no longer looked upon as being good and just and fair and righteous? Because we're straying far, far from that course. And our founders are rolling in their graves right now, looking at the leadership that we have at the helm currently in both parties, and especially in the party that's in power right now. Many of its people can care less about values, morals, the Constitution, because they've proved over and over again that they're willing to trample it. So what do? Well, with November right around the corner, you rally. You get out to vote in mass. That means whatever fraud they have ready to perpetrate gets overruled by the mass of voters voting against them and voting them out of power. That's how it's going to be done in November. And I think that's what they're scared of. That's what the media is scared of. That's why they're playing reruns of Housewives and Honey Boo Boo and all these other shows, concentrating on the Kardashians instead of concentrating on the fall of the United States of America. They're trying to hit you with the left jab continually to keep you off balance, while all the while they got the right hand ready to hit us with. It's what a boxer does. A boxer with a good jab can keep his opponent off balance, keep distance, and then measure his punches and set his opponent up. That fatal right hand. That's what's being done to us in the United States today, people. We've got to wake up. We've got to pray. We've got to rally each other. We've got to speak out. Instead of going along with the media says, speak out. Tell the truth. The truth sets you free, the Bible says. The truth will set us free. It's not going to be easy, because we're in a big hole right now, but the truth will set us free eventually. And another thing before I close. Now I get long-winded sometimes doing these videos, but I'm having a lot of fun today. And I forgot what I was going to say.